right after Oseh Shalom.
Cantor, just so you know, we're live. Cantor,
Sorry?
we're live.
Are we live? Okay.
Yes, just so I can get it ready.
Great.
But it's not focused on you guys, just letting you know for sound.
Yep, we have about 10 minutes or so until tefillah starts.
Right, but remember, I have to get it
Yep,
started.
I got you. K through 2, right after Oseh Shalom.
So it's right towards the end.
Yep, pretty much. The blessing the new month liturgically is like part of these like communal blessings. It actually is in like, the same category as Misha Berach and blessing for healing, prayer for the country, prayer for the state of Israel, blessing of the new month. All of these are in these like what I would call community blessings category that typically in a morning service would occur during the Torah service actually. That's where they traditionally kind of go, is like right after the Torah reading. Yeah, the Misha Berach, but also prayer for our country, prayer for the state of Israel, prayer for, and all of those. And so this is kind of in that, even though it's not the blessing for the new month, it is blessing the new month, so it's still in that kind of category. All right. What we could try to do, the only other thing here is for you all going to be to decide what you want to do for 4K today. We don't have anything calendar-based yet, but very soon we'll have Purim prep to be doing. Just not quite yet. Something like, it's March 16th. So we have a little bit of time. I usually say 3 weeks or so beforehand we should be starting to do stuff with them for it. But we're not quite there yet. So do you all, I'm curious, and I know that you all are not going to have a whole lot of prep time. I can leave you all kind of to figure out what you want to do for 4K for today. Something that we probably should be doing, and maybe what you all actually can be doing, that might be helpful, is to ask Sid what they're planning to do next week. That way, and I'm always happy to reach out as well, but this way we can kind of, and it's relational that way too. If you all ask them what they're doing next week, then and report back to me, then we can be mindful and preparatory for next time. Maybe that's the best way to do it going forward.
Right. Yeah, we can go like that often, many times.
Right. Just like what are y'all going to be doing next time? That kind of thing. All right. So I need to hook up my guitar here for a moment so that it's ready when I come back. However, you all are going to be relying on those microphones there. Now, if you need to adjust the height, right? Well, you got the screw there.
Tallest out of all of them. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
And then here it's lower. It's like down here.
Okay.
Okay, but I did tilt them up a little bit, so hopefully it should. But my only worry is that it might pick up more guitar than voice. So I hope that that's not the case. But
Stephanie pick that up, or is she going to be?
She should be able to let you all know.
Okay.
But we may or may not have her on the computer the whole time.
Okay.
And so it will be what it will be today.
Okay.
We don't have summer today. That's the big issue, honestly. So it's actually live right now. So be careful. If you go behind the microphones are live.
Careful not to say anything bad.
Actually, real quick, Lindsay, I can show you real quick how to mute those microphones if you need to on the wall panel here.
Put this down.
And there's another guitar stand. If you don't like that guitar stand, there's another one up on the Bima there.
Oh, either one is good.
Okay, let me show you real quick over here. So it's already logged in, so I can't show you that, but you'll see there will be a little number pad here. Lima floor puppets. And you see right now, they're all muted except for 1 and 3, which are those two microphones right there. So if you wanted to mute them, I'm going to leave them on for now, but if you feel like you need to mute them for whatever reason, over here, you log into the pad, you make sure that you go to the Lima floor puppet. Same thing also if you need to adjust the volume. You could do it from here too. If you don't want to touch it, don't worry about it, it's fine. These are set to what they were set on Friday. Alright friends, I need to run. Set this up and then run.
This yours?
Yep. But there's always extra pencils hanging out over there by the Haggadah sets. They migrate. Sure, that's the wrong.
what to do for 4K. There we go. Anyway, let's see what's the first one. What was that? The first one? Hinemato. Should we just do and see? Should we go?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Playing it in D or you play it in C?
Should we do and see?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
I'll fix that.
Second. Ooh, here we go. Softer, softer. Softer. Might be still too loud. Yes, here we go. Softer. Little louder. That might be better. How's this? I think this is okay. Wonderful. I want to welcome you to Tefillah And I want to welcome those who are watching us who may not be feeling very well today. And if you're not feeling well, you can always watch our tefillah together as we have it on our live stream. And I want to welcome someone back. It's been a long time since we have seen Les. Welcome back, Les. It's nice to have his music and his voice and his presence with us. I love how everybody walked into our community, into our sanctuary, and created a beautiful community together here. I welcome you to turn to page 1 for Modeh or Moda'ani. Moda'ani lefanecha. Moda'ani lefanecha. Moda'ani lefanecha. Elechai v'kayam. I thank you, God, for this new day.
That I woke up and everything's okay. For trusting me
For trusting me
to do what's right.
to do what's right.
When I wake up
When I sleep tonight, here we go.
Moda'ani,
Moda'ani lefanecha.
Moda'ani,
Moda'ani lefanecha. Moda'ani elechai v'kayam. I thank you, God, for this new day. For trusting me to do what's right. When I till I sleep tonight. Here we go. Moda'ani lefanecha. Moda'ani lefanecha. Moda'ani lefanecha. Elechai v'kayam. I really needed that to wake up this morning. I have a question for all of you. Think about this before you say the answer. Think of the answer and how you show that you are ready to pray. I ask you, are you ready to pray? Yes, I'm ready to pray. Yeah, okay, good. Some of you are ready. Okay, you're getting me ready. If you're ready, you know to stand up too. Stay standing. Are you ready to pray? Okay, some of you, more of you, okay. Now let me hear it this time, and I would like everybody to stand up at the end of this question. Are you ready to pray? Oh, I can see that many of you are ready to pray. Now I want to ask you, to ask yourself, are you ready to pray? So let's turn to page 4. There's English at the top of this page. Stay standing for us, please. And as you're reading or as you're listening to what we are reading, think about the answers. At the top of the page, right underneath, am I awake? Am I awake? You can read with me if you would like. Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Please rise, everyone. La 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 lie, 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 la la lie, lie, lie. And we say, Baruch la lie, lie, lie. La la lie, lie, lie. Page 5, maybe you want to put the words down. Stay standing for us as we are worshiping. It is our tradition to stand at this part of our worship together, as this part of our tefillah. And we're saying, how wonderful, kulam, asita, how wonderful you have made such beautiful things with your wisdom. Think about who we're talking to when we're singing this song. How wonderful everything you have made with your wisdom. Think about who we're talking to. We are singing Ma Rabu on page 5. Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma'asecha Adonai. Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma'asecha Adonai. Kulam v'chokhma asita. My fault. Here we go. Kulam v'chokhma asita. Everything that you made with wisdom. Rabu. Here we go. Just follow me. Rabu. Marabu. 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Marabu. 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Kulam b'chokhma asita. Kulam b'chokhma asita. Kulam b'chokhma asita. Marabu. How wonderful. Marabu. 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Marabu. 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. On page 5, we say the Shema is one of the most important prayers. If you want to read with me, you can on the bottom of page 5. Shema means listen. The Shema talks about our love for God as well as the Jewish belief that there is only one God. Saying the Shema could be comforting and meaningful. Our tradition shares that the Shema should be the last words we say before we go to bed, and the first words we say when we wake up in the morning. Stay standing, friends, please, for the Shema on page 6. Yisrael, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated. Na lashevet. Vakasha. I have a question for you. We have prayed in several different spaces here at Temple. We started off the school year praying in the youth lounge. Then we moved to praying in the community court. And now this semester we are praying here in the sanctuary. Does it matter where we pray? No, but does it? No. What does matter? It matters maybe the way we feel when we pray. We can pray in our homes. We can pray in other congregations, other synagogues. We can either pray in other houses of worship of other religions and still feel the same. So think about when we are praying together, what makes us praying together so special? I'd like to invite you to page 7, where we chant this very important prayer called the Ve'ahavta. How do you show love for God with all your heart? How do you show love for God with all our soul? Heart. with all our soul? And how do we show love for God with all of our muchness, all of our might? We chant the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol livavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha. The bottom of page 7, we have in English what we just said in Hebrew. You shall love God, you shall love Adonai, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. We now sing a fun song. Yeah, it's fun. It's on page 8. It's a lot of fun. We move around. I ask you to stand up to move around with me. But we're celebrating. We're celebrating being free. We're celebrating with dance. We're celebrating with song as we sing Standing at the Sea, Micha Mocha. 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 Freedom's on our way. Singing and dancing, singing and dancing. Singing and dancing, Micha Mocha. Singing and dancing, Micha Mocha. Freedom's on our way. Freedom, freedom, we're free. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom's on our way. They're coming up behind us, Micha Mocha. Coming up behind us, Micha Mocha. Coming up behind us, Micha Mocha. Freedom's on our way. Bound no more. Bound no more. Micha Mocha. Bound no more. Micha Mocha. Bound no more. Micha Mocha. Freedom's on our way. Freedom. 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 Freedom's on our way. See sheep hearts. See sheep hearts. Micha Mocha. See sheep hearts. Micha Mocha. See sheep hearts. Micha Mocha. Freedom's on our way. Walking through the water. Micha Mocha. Walking through the water. Micha Mocha. Wow. Micha Mocha. Freedom's on our way. Freedom. 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 Freedom's on. Here we go. Woo. Other side. We're on the other side. Micha Mocha. We're on the other side. Micha. Woo. We're on the other side. Micha Mocha. Freedom's on. My favorite part. One God. One God. Micha Mocha. One God. Micha Mocha. One God. Micha Mocha. Freedom's on our way. Last time. Freedom. 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 Freedom's on. Oh, I love that. You may be seated. I love how much singing we do and dancing, and how I definitely have woken up for the rest of our tefillah. On page 9, we are singing a song called Open. We're asking God to open up our lips, open my mouth so I can say good things to people. Open my eyes to truth. Yes. Open my eyes to truth. Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words. Open my heart to love.
Do the English again. Open my eyes to truth.
Open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure just sang and said many prayers together. Now's the time for you to say words of your own. You may whisper them, say them into your hands or into your masks. You may keep your eyes open or maybe close your eyes. You may stare at something beautiful in this room. Over the many different weeks that we have together, you can decide the most special way to you how to offer these prayers of your own words. We give you some time to practice and feel the best way for you to do that. If you're still saying some words of your own choosing, you can continue talking and praying those words as we continue with a song on page 11 called O Say Shalom. O Say Shalom, give us all peace. Hallelujah, I say Shalom Aleinu. Romav, Hallelujah, I say Shalom Aleinu. Oh, say Shalom Bimromav, Hallelujah, I say Shalom Aleinu. Ya say Shalom, Ya say Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akol Yisrael. Ya say Shalom, Ya say Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'akol yoshvei tevel. Say Shalom bimromav, Hallelujah, say Shalom Aleinu. Oh, say Shalom bimromav, Hallelujah, say Shalom Aleinu. Oh, say Shalom bimromav, Hallelujah, say Shalom Aleinu. Ya say Shalom, Ya say Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'akol Yisrael. Ya say Shalom, Ya say Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'akol yoshvei tevel. Shalom bimromav, Hallelujah, say Shalom Aleinu. We're about to start a new month in the Hebrew calendar, and our song leaders, Lindsay and Les, have a song to teach us about the new good month.
All right. So this is a call and response song we'll do because we haven't done this in a long time, maybe since last year. So it sounds like this. Hodesh Tov. Try that.
Hodesh Tov,
Hodesh Tov.
Hodesh Tov.
We welcome the new month, Adar.
We welcome the new month, Adar.
Next part sounds exactly the same. It goes like this. Hodesh Tov.
Hodesh Tov,
Hodesh Tov.
Hodesh Tov.
We welcome the new month, Adar.
We welcome the new month, Adar.
Should we try that whole thing together? Yeah? All right. Here we go. Hodesh
Tov, Hodesh Tov,
Hodesh Tov.
Hodesh Tov.
We welcome the new month, Adar.
We welcome the new month, Adar.
Hodesh Tov,
Hodesh Tov,
Hodesh Tov.
We welcome the new month, Adar. That's wonderful. Some special holidays happen in the month of Adar, and your teachers should be telling you what those are. Coming up, if not today, soon. I would love to welcome our friends to help us with this community to return all of our materials. So let me tell you how that works. So one row at a time, we'll have our first and second graders go first. Make sure that oh, you did a great job. Can I show everybody what you did? What she did is she made sure that her pages are all together. You did that too. That's very, very helpful. And you will hand your Siddur to perhaps me. Noah's helpful too. And you'll take your Torah, your plush, wonderful Torah scroll, and we'll put it in the box. This is different than last week. Last week, some people just tossed these materials, and we don't want to toss the materials. We have plenty of time to get to our next spot. So I ask from Isaac and Bryn all the way to Aiden, please stand up in the back. Last row, please stand up. And teachers, you should know where everybody was sitting today if you need to take a picture to help out. Sean and Alex, please stand up. You are moving to the next space. We're going to take a quick picture. Bryn, if you can pick up your Torah scroll, that would be wonderful. And Aiden, lead everybody to your teacher. So everybody in the back row, stand up and come. Oh. Yeah. All right, great. Zoe, wait your turn, friend. Go ahead, Sean, Alex. Great. Now, from Sam to Henry. Please stand up, Sam to Henry, so that row. Make sure you have your water bottle and all the other things. And follow Isaac. Isaac, yes, follow Isaac. Wait, Alan, you're okay. Just stay in line. Nova, I need you to stay. You were in the back row, right? Great. Okay, now go. Wait, stay. Alan, you can follow Henry. Very good. And my friends here, Hazel. Are you in kindergarten? My kindergarten friends, please stand up and grab all your materials. Hold on one moment. Great. All right, this row first. Lila, you can follow Bodhi.
It's my birthday in 4 weeks on a Sunday.
Oh, your birthday's on a Sunday? Make sure you tell Miss Sydney. That's going to be a lot of fun. Goodbye, friends. Microphones. What happened? What are we doing about microphones? Did Cantor help out with that?
Well, I
Yeah.
thought we were just using those.
Okay,
If you want us to use the, well, we'll have to work it out.
we'll have to work it out so your voice can be amplified. Just so you know, my microphone's off, but ambient sound is on right now. We're keeping the live stream on for the entire morning. So it's live right now. You guys did a great job. Welcome back.
A few kinks, we'll work it out.
Yeah, definitely. I'll talk to Cantor about adding a little bit more because we're just a little bit. We have a few.
Well, I talked to him very briefly, and he was going to talk to you. It's always nice to have an opening song,
Yes.
and we have an extra 5 minutes now, so I think maybe we could work in an opening song, and maybe just a song could be related to upcoming holiday. It could be, wherever you go.
Let's singing with Les. Les is back. It's so nice to see Les. And I will see you in just a moment in the library.
We're missing one person.
Well, Boker Tov, everyone. Should all stand up and do our Boker Tov song.
Stay by your chair, though, please.
Right.
Stand up. Stand in front of your chair. This way, step. Stand in front of your chair, please.
All right. I'll get down here, and Lindsay will get down there. And let's say good morning to the day. Boker Tov, Boker Tov, Boker Tov, 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 Boker Tov.
Even faster? I think we can.
Faster? Okay, let's do it regular first, okay? Boker Tov, Boker Tov, Boker Tov, 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 Boker Tov, Boker Tov, Boker Tov, 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 Boker Tov, Boker Tov, Boker, 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 Boker Tov. Now, who wanted to do it faster? Can you?
Why don't you lead it? Can you start it? Yeah, you want to come up here and take my place? No? All right. You do? You want to come up here? All right. Are you going to start us, Lila? Too tall. Never thought
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, Boker Tov, Boker Tov, Boker Tov, 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 Boker Tov, Boker Tov, Boker Tov, 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 Boker Tov, Boker Tov, Boker, 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 Boker Tov. Faster, my goodness, I don't know if I can do it any faster.
Marcus, you want to lead?
Can you guys help me lead? Boker Tov, 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 Boker Tov, Boker Tov, Boker Tov, 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 Boker Tov, Boker Tov, Boker, 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 Boker Tov. All right, so
You think we can do it? I don't know. I don't know if I can.
go faster. All right.
Or do you want to lead it?
All right, we're going to do it just one more time. It's going to be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. All right, ready, go. Scope, go, 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 so, you know, a month or so ago, we celebrated a holiday fast.
Hey, friends, let's listen.
We're going to do a different one fast, okay?
Maybe at the
And
end
we
if
had
we
a
have time.
holiday called Tu B'Shvat.
A holiday?
Does anyone know what Tu B'Shvat celebrates? What? The trees? Yeah, very good. All right, everybody stand up like the trees. And we're going to do it, it's called the tree song appropriately. And we're going to get down here and make ourselves into a little bitty tree. Well, look at Lindsay, how far down she gets that. Boy, it could do a squat. All right. And here's how we go. We're going to grow from a little bitty tree like this into a big one. We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow. Let's do it again. We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow. Now we're going to go two-bish what?
Two-bish what?
All right, do it again. Two-bish what?
Two-bish what?
All right, now we're going to make ourselves into really cool trees. I'm going to go clap, and then we're going to make ourselves into a cool tree looking, okay? Tree, 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 whoops, tree, tree. Tell me, two-ish what?
Two-bish what?
All right, tree again. Tree, 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 tree. What? Two-ish what? All right, repeat after me. Well, I've got a friend.
Well, I've got a friend.
She comforts me.
She comforts me.
Well, I'm a kid.
Well, I'm a kid.
And she's a tree. From the beginning, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow into a great big tree. We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow. All right, two. Two-bish what?
Two-bish what?
Let's do it again, louder. Tell me what?
Tu mishpat.
All right, let's do some trees. Trees, bump, trees, bump, trees, trees, bump, trees. All right, one more time. Trees, 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 trees. What? Tu mishpat. On my birthday,
On my birthday,
we eat a lot.
we eat a lot.
On her birthday,
On her birthday,
it's Tu Mishpat. All right, that was a good one.
that
So
was an
what do you
amazing
guys
song.
study? What?
I said that was an amazing song.
That's an amazing tree song. Were you, what are you guys studying today?
Talking about being a mensch.
A what?
A mensch.
A mensch.
We haven't started yet, so
Hmm.
we're gonna do it when we have like a longer section of class after this. So that's when we're gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't know what a mensch is.
Or mitzvah,
Mitzvah?
like anything with a mitzvah.
How about mitzvah goreret mitzvah?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so repeat after me. Mitzvah goreret mitzvah. And that means one good deed follows another.
Or your hair is sticking out. Look at Ori's hair.
All right, maybe I'll play guitar on this one. Do you know this one, Lindsay?
Yeah, and then. Is that better? Sorry, it's not.
Ori's hair is like sticking out.
Oh, it's not that either. I really
Stop what? Oh yeah, maybe there's some water. Maybe you need music. Maybe music. Try blinking.
I know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll make my mom version. Yes, I think that's this problem.
Let's see. The chords.
Think 3, A minor, E7, A minor.
First one's A minor, isn't it?
Yeah, A minor, E7.
Mitzvah goreret mitzvah. Woo! Mitzvah goreret mitzvah. Goreret mitzvah. Ba-da-da-da-da. Now that means if you do a good thing, a good deed, and you guys will talk about what a good deed is, if you do something good for someone else, that makes you feel good, doesn't it? And so you want to do another good deed. But if you do a bad thing, like Avira, Avera, then you don't feel good.
Who's gonna dance?
Woo! Avira, goreret, Avira, mitzvah, goreret, mitzvah, goreret, mitzvah, goreret, mitzvah, liot tzadik, liot tzadik. pots out.
Let's see, we can make some pasta, we can make some sushi.
I'm gonna put my pot in the
Sushi and soup.
Marla, you wanna help us?
Why
make it?
not?
Oh, yeah.
The possibilities are
How
endless.
kosher?
Very kosher.
And cheese soup.
What's the
Let's
first
put
thing you wanna put
sushi
in?
with our cheese
Chicken?
soup. Guys, that's not sushi. Big pot.
Sushi, okay, sushi. Put some fish. Fish.
Some fish? Alright.
Finger in the
Put
pot.
some fish in the pot. Stir it up. Till it's hot. Get ready for Shabbat. For Shabbat. What else do we need for sushi? Challah? Put some challah in the pot. Stir it up till it's hot. Get ready for Shabbat. For Shabbat.
Oh no, or just trying to put
Pasta.
Pasta. Put some pasta in the pot. Stir it up till it's hot. Get ready for Shabbat. For Shabbat. Let's see. Onions, that's very
That's the
good
most
sushi.
logical thing.
Put some in the pot, stir it up, till it's hot. Get some onions in the pot for Shabbat.
I want to put some Sour Patch Kids in the pot. Make it rainbow. And if it turns brown, you put all the colors in together. Ooh, yeah, put anything you want.
This is the best soup I've ever had.
I put all the candy in the pot as our last one, and then we're gonna have to go to story time.
Candy?
M&M's are
All right, ready, 1, 2, ready, sing. Put some candy in the pot, stir it up till it's hot. Get ready for Shabbat, for Shabbat. All right.
good soup.
So you have it.
Take the rest of it.
Yeah.
Challah, candy, soup.
Oh, there's like soup in the pot.
Oh, yeah?
Put some broth.
All right, so we got to go.
Yeah, can everybody say thank you?
Toda rabah.
Say toda rabah.
And then we say shalom, Aleichem shalom, Aleichem shalom, shalom, Aleichem shalom, Aleichem Sushi soup.
And pasta and candy and
Yeah. They are silly. Okay, now what do we got next?
I think now is the biggest break.
Now we got a break.
I think. It is, we have a break until 10:35, so we have 20 minutes. Nice.
They don't have bagels anymore, do they?
No, I think it was canceled, or I know they don't have coffee. I don't know about food. We could go check. I think coffee was canceled, but I don't know about the other food.
Where's the next? 3, 4, and 5, is it?
Right. I'm gonna keep forgetting that that's live streamed throughout the whole day.
We see Rabu in this one too.
I think Cantor just added it to 3 through 5. Yeah, we've never done it in the past this semester. 3 through 5. I know. I'm just thinking. And you must have so much more from all of your notes from 4K. So.
Yeah. Got a whole big 3-ring binder that's got a lot of stuff in it that we don't do anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Stuff I've learned over the years.
Yeah. I hope you can still incorporate stuff from Song Circle in the future.
Well, I hope
We have
so.
the extra 5 minutes on each end.
Not much, but it's something.
Yeah.
I really like this, open my eyes to truth.
Mm-hmm.
Open my ears.
Yeah, me too.
This Marabu, a lot of them on the sheet. I don't know how, well, I don't know about you, but
chords are too small for people.
Yeah, just in
So were
general.
you, Maribel, were you playing the top line or
Yeah, the top line open.
the top line open?
Mhm.
Top line. Go to this line. Cool down, yeah. Cool down, close my So do we, so this is repeated.
Right, I think, because we did it a ton last year on Zoom, and I think we did like B, C, B, C, B. So repeated twice and then just,
B, C, B, C, B.
yeah.
And B is both lines.
Right. Yeah, I don't think we ever did the A part, at least last year.
Seems like this introduction.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't, you have to do it, right?
Yeah.
When I get home, if I think of it, I like to put like a yellow marker through the chords that we play.
Yeah.
That helps keep track on it.
Let's see, maybe there's a highlighter over here. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Not a highlighter.
What places is this anyway?
You're gonna run to the bathroom really quick. Oh, I'm here. I was just wondering where you were.
Snuck off to the back. After you did.
Right.
There's so much work putting all this stuff together.
I know. I never realized how long it takes to just hole punch things and print things and
Yeah.
put them in binders, put them in order.
And then when we do the
Thankless
Friday night
task.
services, it's similar, except there's like 20 songs.
Right. I guess the good thing is that most of this stays the same from week to week, which is nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yamato, Baku, Aronson.
More of the same.
What do you got planned for the summer? You gonna have song reading or
Um,
got a job?
well, the good thing is that like I have the same job that I've had since I was in high school, like every summer.
Which
and
is?
I help teach science classes at like a summer program kind of. Yeah, not
Yeah.
really camp. They
The
don't.
kids?
Yeah, for a
Cool.
bunch of different grades. So I've been doing that forever. But every summer I try to find other things to do as well, like other jobs and other work. So I'm still figuring that out.
Are you a science major? Is that your thing?
No, I'm majoring in really education policy.
Hmm.
But yeah, I still like teaching and doing things like with kids, clearly. So any opportunity to do that, I would like to.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Did you ever do camp, summer camp or anything like that?
One summer, it was right when COVID began. That was the really, really bad summer. I needed a job, and luckily, one of the summer camps that I went to when I was younger, they were hiring like song leaders. So me and my best friend actually, we got to work together there
Okay.
that summer. But that was not the greatest experience because of COVID, and they had no idea like what to do about.
Nobody did.
Exactly. But I will say that that place was particularly bad out of every other thing that was going on that summer. They just did not enforce anything. It was kind of
Really?
scary, but
Even in the height of it?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did kids get sick?
I don't know. They at the beginning, like it was a requirement to be, I think, tested once a week, and you got your temperature taken every morning. But that never really happened. So who knows? Parents didn't want to report if their kids got sick. I know that happened a couple times. It was just a mess, but understandably.
It's getting better now, but people still don't know what's going on. I mean, just
Right.
from month to month, things change, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
That's
crazy.
what's scary about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? I hope it gets better.
Well,
Really.
yeah, I think they're saying it will, but
Right.
they don't really know.
Right. I think like now it's going to die off a bit, but then the end of the year it might come back again.
Come back again, or who knows, maybe a different variant.
Right. I'm sure, of course.
Yeah.
I'm surprised though. It's unfortunate.
What a way for the little ones to grow up, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
3 years old, they're wearing masks wherever they go.
Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And some won't even know a life without it.
Yeah.
Or a childhood without it. At
So I
least.
expect we'll be living with this for a while.
Right. Right. Hmm. Yeah. not very ideal.
No. Yeah, my grandkids are, well, some of them are too small to wear a mask, but like the
Right.
7-year-old, that's all she knows.
Right, exactly. But what I've noticed is a lot of the kids, like very young kids even, are much better at wearing their masks than like college students.
Oh, yeah.
So much
Yeah.
better, like markedly better.
Well, they're used to it. They're not, so
Yeah.
they're not rebelling against it, I guess, but.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
are the mics hot?
I believe so. Maybe not. This one is.
They are, they just heard our discussion about our COVID.
Nothing that people shouldn't hear.
Right. Well, I wouldn't imagine people would hang around this 20 minutes when there's nothing happening except.
Is there a reason why 4 and 6 are also on?
We didn't touch them.
Okay, somebody touched it.
Stephanie was here earlier.
Okay. I'm going to assume that there was a reason why she turned on 4 and 6.
Where are?
You limping?
Yeah, my toe's a little bit, got a little bit hurt. It's okay, it'll be fine soon.
Your toe?
Yeah, my pinky toe on my left foot.
Did you like jam it or something?
Yeah, a little bit. It'll be okay though.
All right.
It's just a little bit uncomfortable. Okay.
Oh, that little piggy went wee, 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 all the way home.
How was it with the Tefillot in 4K today?
Good.
Pretty good.
Did it work okay with the Chodesh Tov thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we didn't have time to get to the second half.
Okay.
It may have been on the blessing, but it's good to know for
No
next
worries.
time.
I wanted to write something that was just like short, simple, and sweet. And that fits the bill.
It fits the bill.
And then I saw that somebody had turned on the Bimo Profit Mics 4 and 6, and I didn't know why, because I think that Lindsay and Les are on that too. I didn't think you, might have been Stephanie who like turned them on for some reason. Let me see.
So we need to work on voice mics further.
Oh, that it was picking up just really the guitar for them?
So, in person was hard to hear us.
Oh, okay. So we could do something here. You know what I'm gonna do for you? Okay. Just gonna give myself a little bit of slack. Because we don't need to have everybody with the guitar getting picked up as much.
Did we turn the microphones off between services?
No, I don't think so. But we were over there for 4K, so it wouldn't have been too bad. In general, from now on, should we turn them off before 4K comes? Would that be a good idea?
Depends. It depends on if we have someone turning off live stream in between.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right.
Fully adjustable.
All right.
It'll be a little more
There we go.
voice height.
All right. Sounds good.
We're way too loud to come in.
wondering.
Thank
She
you,
was
third
there-
and
that's
fourth
history.
grade.
She would have been here for 4.
Yes, I know. Great. It is super great.
I noticed though that on the email she wasn't listed as coming to a class. So
Yes.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it. She wasn't on the track.
Well, welcome, third and fourth grade.
Her name wasn't
Who
listed
came
for the
to
track.
Shabbat? Yes, a lot of you came to Shabbat. It was wonderful to see for Shabbat. And that was our service for our third and fourth grade. Many of you had other things that you were doing, which was just fine. We missed you. Some of you had birthday parties. Some of you had time with family. I heard a lot of reasons. And they all sounded okay. We went to a restaurant. That's a big one. Welcome to our space. We'll wait for our fifth grade. They will be here in just a moment. And to remind our teachers, if you need to, you could take a picture. You want to remember where everybody is sitting. If we needed to ask. Oh, is that it? Everybody. Okay. Pictures was not in there, but to make sure you know where everybody is, so I'm offering the tool of taking pictures. And we are live streamed now, so anybody who's not here could watch us from our live stream. I'm gonna go see where our fifth graders are. And I'll be right back.
Okay. What key do you all usually do Marabu in? Marabu from K through 2.
Oh, I think this morning we just did it open.
We do it in Capo too?
I think we did open with C chords.
The way it's written. Except the top line.
Yeah, that's a little low for me. I can do it. Can we do that K from 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
They'll be coming up with us.
Okay.
Lindsay wasn't such a baritone.
My bad.
Okay.
Start. They'll join us.
Do we need to close any doors or?
I thought about that. Go ahead.
Okay, friends, I know that it might be a little, I know I'm on microphone, part of that's just so that our friends online can hear me and things like that. So it's so nice to see you all. Thank you all for coming so respectfully into this space. And so we're going to go through just kind of our routines, make sure that we're able to really make that separation between whatever we were doing before and what we're going to be doing now. So I see that we have removed our distractions, which is good. The only thing that you need in your hands is a prayer book. So anything else can be set off to the side or under your chair. So we can just like leave all those other things that we don't need to use. And then we get ourselves physically ready, right? Whatever that might mean for you. If it means sitting up a little bit straighter, if it means if your feet reach the floor and you want to put your feet on the floor, you can do that. That's totally fine. If they don't, that's okay too. And then once we feel like our bodies are ready, then we have to get our inside ready, right? Our feelings, our thoughts, our breath. So if everyone could take a nice deep breath in with me and out. And one more Nishima Amuka, one more deep breath in, out. And I see our fifth grader friends are joining us. Thank you all. Come on in. Looks like everyone's getting a prayer book too. Wonderful. All right. So for our friends who just came in, let's take one more for their benefit. Let's all take one more deep breath in and out. Okay, so we are going to be continuing to work on and talking about the Shema prayer today. And so just so you know, we're going to have our 3 words that we're going to be talking about. 2 of them we've already spent a lot of time talking and learning about. One of those was Adonai. Remember, it's that word that is written, that's pronounced differently than it's written. And Echad, which is a word that means one. So, and then we're going to be learning about a new word today that's also in the Shema prayer called Eloheinu. So we'll get to that in just a little bit. So, just so that we can refer to it, we wanted to kind of start ourselves off with a warm-up question, but it occurs to me that we probably should have the Shema prayer in front of us for that warm-up question. So if everyone could go ahead and open up your prayer book to page 64. So remember what I just said before, that we learned before, that Adonai is one of our words, one of our names for God. What I'm curious about is, does anybody see another word on these 2 pages that is referring to God? Oh, I see lots of hands. Lots and lots of hands. Who do you want to pick?
How about Andres? I'm sorry. Andres, right? Yeah. Yes, this Andres, not that Andres.
Kavod, it's not a specific name for God, but it is sometimes used to refer to God's presence or God's glory. So it's not totally off, but there is a word in here that's actually like a word for God that's not Adonai. That was a good answer too.
Marissa.
Yeah, sure. Echad. Ooh, see, you all are giving answers that it's not the answer I'm looking for, but it is an answer. So if we say that God is one, could Echad be thought of as a name for God? That one, that God is the one. Even though that's not the answer I was looking for, I really like it. Any other thoughts or answers for which word might be referring to God?
Yonatan.
Shema. So the word Shema is a command. It means listen or pay attention.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. All right.
How about Lily?
It means Eloheinu.
Eloheinu. Yeah. So if you really had wanted to guess and guess, go through my thought process, the reason that I put that extra word up on the board there was because that was going to be one of the ones we were going to look for. So, but thank you so much, Lily. So yes, Eloheinu is another word here that is referring to God.
That's what we were looking for. Very nice. So as we're going to turn back to page 30, start our tefillah experience, and we'll come back to Shema and think about those 2 words.
Notice how notice that both of them being together in the same prayer when we get there.
Yes.
But for right now, page 30, Matovu, thinking about how good and how beautiful is this space that we get to be in together. Matovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, Ishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, Ishkenotecha Yisrael. And once more, quietly and full of wonder.
We invite you to do a few things. One, turn to page 58 and rise for the Baruch. La la la. La 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 la. Et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed Le'olam va'ed Yadalai lai lai 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 Yadalai lai lai. You're going to stay standing for a moment, friends. I want you all to turn one page for me, actually. Turn to page 62? 60? 60, page 60. And if somebody could find for me the line that starts with the words ma rabu, anybody who can recognize those words and tell us what line ma rabu starts on, because I don't have the prayer book in front of me and I need some help. So yeah, what line does that start on? Ninth line, is that right? Ninth line? All right, so on line 9, now some of our friends who have been, I think our third graders who were with us online last year might know this tune that we learned. For Ma Rabu, which means how amazing and how wonderful is like God's creation, that everything was made with wisdom. And so when we say Ma Rabu, we're not going to say like, Ma Rabu. But we have to say like, Ma Rabu, how amazing, how awesome, how abundant, how magnificent. So we'll try this together. Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma'aseh Adonai. One more time. Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma'aseh Adonai. Next part goes like this. Kulam bechokma asita, Kulam bechokma asita, Kulam bechokma asita, Ma Rabu. Here we go. Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma'aseh Adonai. Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu. Rabu, Ma'aseh Adonai. One more time. Kulam bechokma asita, Kulam bechokma asita, Kulam bechokma asita, Ma Rabu. How amazing! Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma'aseh Adonai. Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma Rabu, Ma'aseh Adonai. Page 64 for Shema. Stay standing, please. Stay standing. One more line of Hebrew. We stay standing to say Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
now
be
you all
seated.
take a seat.
This or keep going?
How are we on time? When do we go until?
05.
All right, I think that we can go to quiet prayer.
Okay.
So we're going to take, friends, just a few moments for our own personal and quiet individual prayers. You can either kind of explore the prayer book a little bit or offer something from your own heart. And when we come back together, we'll be meeting up on page 100, but we'll meet there in just a little while. Take some quiet time for yourself. Maybe think about something wonderful or cool that you saw outdoors in God's creation, that had like a little marabu moment.
Page 100.
Shalom Yaseh, Shalom Aleinu. Say Shalom Yaseh, Shalom Aleinu. Oh, say Shalom Imromav, Yaseh, Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Shalom b'mromav, Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oh, say Shalom b'mromav, Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel. Say Shalom b'mromav, Yaseh Shalom Aleinu.
Turn back to page 64. Talking about the Shema prayer, and our warm-up question was looking at and finding a second word for God in the same prayer. So we have Eloheinu, we have Adonai, all on page 64. Two names for God in the same sentence, the same prayer. Why? Why do we have two names for God in the same prayer? Even the same sentence. Sasha. I like that. So Sasha called the Shema a lullaby, and there is some tradition that Shema should be the last thing that you say before you go to bed, which is like a lullaby. And you're saying that there's two words for God in this, so you really know that you're talking and you're speaking and you're thinking about God. Great answer. Yes, Max.
Adonai is Adonai, so he's translated God, and don't let it translate it. So, but Eloheinu is just translated to God. So there's Adonai, which is
Max, that is a very thoughtful response. I appreciate that. I'd like to share that you reminded me that the word Eloheinu actually means our God. So you're saying, right, God and our God, the same one, not only mine, but ours. And we are talking to you. Listen to us, God and our God. Very nice response.
Yeah. El by itself is God, but if we add other stuff to it, then all of a sudden this could be my God or our God, Eloheinu.
So God, our God, yes.
I think there is two words for God because God is many things.
Because God is what?
Many things.
God could be many things, right? So let's use different names for God to represent the different things that God can be, right? Nice. Penny?
Is one of them Israel?
Yes. Go
You
ahead.
know what? The word Yisrael, it's not a word for God by itself, but it has the word for God in it. That last little syllable, that el, you see the aleph lamed at the end there, that is actually the shortest form of Eloheinu, meaning our God. Yisrael means the one who struggles with God. So yes, it does have God's name, or a name for God in it. Great question.
So here's another question. Not only do we have the two names for God in the one sentence, the one prayer, but why are they right next to each other?
Why do we say Adonai Eloheinu?
And to translate, God, our God. Why do we say that together right there? I mean, this blessing, this prayer is only 6 words. And out of all 6 words, 6 words. All 6 words, 2 of them are saying God, our God. Why are they together? Sasha.
Because it's like saying, I'm going to share the God to the whole world.
Oh, it's my God and it's the God that I want to share to the whole world, is what Sasha said. You like that? Yes, Benny. Support for a sister's response. Any other reasons why we would say these names together? So let me ask, if we were to say one of these names all by itself, would that have been enough? Who says yes, it's enough if we just said one? What if we said we need both? We need both. Because we're saying, I would agree with that because we're saying God and our God. I would say that we would, but.
So the way that I'll say a little bit the way I kind of sort this out in my own head, right? Like Adonai is a word that we sometimes might use to talk about God, but it's also the name that we use when we're talking to God by ourselves. So if I'm talking to God by myself, Adonai might be a name or a substitute for that name that I use by myself. I might say Elohai, which also means my God, right? But Adonai is a very special, very personal kind of name to use when connecting with God personally. But Eloheinu, all of a sudden, we're not just talking to God. We're saying our, which implies that we're aware. We know that there are other people all around us, right? It's not just mine, but it's ours. So there's something about how it connects all of us together. Yeah, you have a thought?
As a reminder that we're not just saying it's just my God. This is our God. And may I ask, when we say our, who's the our? It's like my God and our God. Who's the our? Yes? All the Jewish people. Okay, any different responses? Thank you. Everyone, not just Jewish people, maybe others who believe that there's one God. Yes? Our congregation, Temple Bethel.
Bring that our in a little bit closer and just say our congregation.
Our Kehillah, the God that we are praying to together here in this space.
The group of people that we're with in that moment, right? When we say our God, we could just be, the our could just be like us here in the room.
These are all right.
All of them. Into this room, to our congregation, the whole Jewish people, the whole world. All of a sudden that hour becomes huge.
Now here's something to consider. Something to consider could be that Eloheinu is the name for our God, and it's very formal. Eloheinu, like saying Mr. or Mrs., well, very formal. But Adonai could be considered like a nickname of like something that's less formal, something that's more personal. God and our God. So like I can call my mom, right? But I would introduce her as Janice. That's more formal. So it's like my mom, and she's a mom to others too, my sister and others, but like our.
Mm-hmm.
So formal and informal.
Yeah.
Could be a way to think of it.
Sure. And you know, like that special name for God that we say Adonai, that's not said the way that it's written, I actually know people who use a different filler word besides Adonai. Adonai is the most common one, but there are others that are used because, again, it's meant to be a very personal name for God.
So we encourage you to think about a name, how you would like to name God, the God that you are thinking of. But we also, as you're growing into older people, always think about how God can change for you, and you can have different names for God, you can have different feelings for God. Your opinion, your feelings for God can always change. They've changed for me since I was in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade for sure.
I mean, when I was your age, I pictured, old man with a beard in the sky. That is not the way that I connect to God anymore. For me, it's whatever it is that connects all of us to each other. For me, that's God. So and as you grow and as you learn and as you develop, you may have different ideas about God yourself. So this prayer Shema all of a sudden makes us think and pay attention to who we're talking about when we talk about God.
So it's time for our challenge question, and it's time for a reminder, especially for our 5th graders. For our 5th graders who this is their 2nd time in this space with us. When it's time for dismissal, I had to move the books towards that door to help our 5th graders. So we will return the books. I need you to continue to practice staying 3 feet apart from each other. It's very important. It's what we've promised our families and those who care about us. We've promised that we're going to work very hard on staying distance 3 feet from each other. You're used to that. I need you to practice that here in our building. But the challenge question is that you are going to answer. You're going to give the answer to your Madrachim and teachers. Madrachim and teachers, if you don't know the answer, come here. We'll tell you real quick. But the question is, what is the Hebrew word for a number that is in the Shema prayer? Don't tell me. You're going to tell your teachers.
So on page 64, 65, there is a Hebrew word there that is a number.
Okay, Madrachim, and Madrachim will head to the book rack.
And I think that we should probably do back rows.
Andres, excuse me. I'm wondering what our friends are doing walking around.
Yeah. So right now we're just sending our Madrachim and teachers back there.
And in particular, Andres, you brought something in with you that you should take out with you. Thank you, friends. Okay, so Lily to Rona, if you would please rise and head to the door, nice and quietly, 3 feet apart. That's Ethan and Benny too. Thank you. Ben, yeah. Thank you. And is that Orly? Yes, Orly to, Ethan too. You may join your friends. And then Elise to Orly, please. Please rise. Nice and quietly. Thank you very much. Stay 3 feet apart. Anybody else who's in 5th grade, you may.
All right.
Okay. 4th grade in just a moment. Just a moment. Avner to Lila, please rise in the back. Emmy to Sasha, please rise. And head, stay 3 feet apart, please. Oh. My friends in the front row. Front row will see you later.
Somebody give me their prayer book. Anyone? There you go. Thank you.
Pretty cool. They're more talkative than that was there. But just to remember that our live stream is still on.
Yes, I did use those microphones for now though.
And mine is off.
Mine's off.
We don't know how much.
Yeah, I'd be able to.
Oh, thank you. Right here. Right
Perfect.
here. I was gonna do that. I appreciate your muscles.
Your room?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good job, Raga. Did everybody have the right answer?
Yeah.
Nice. If yours has a green light on, is it on?
It is. The guitar's on, but I have to strum it for it to make something. Hey.
Did that sound a buzzing for you?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a gremlin, sometimes depending on where that is sitting or where I am in the room with that, there's a little bit of crackling that happens, but it's not everywhere. Steve and I haven't been able to figure it out yet.
The ground.
Or, Vedic, to be more Jewish particulars.
I really wish we had just a corner in here for all of our things that we are using on Sundays.
Yeah, I was thinking about,
Just
I get it, there's no other place, but like, the Torah's living right outside my office
I
is not
know.
great.
I know, that was temporary, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna.
I wonder,
put
is
them
there
under-
anywhere, like, we have some of those cabinet spaces in the library, I wonder, do you know if there's room in, no, okay. It's a thought.
I'm gonna put them underneath that table.
Okay.
Where I'm gonna put them, and I'll see, I mean. I'm getting there.
Yeah, I mean, look, the alternative is to put them somewhere where we have to schlep to go get them.
Exactly. So we'll keep hiding them or putting them in places until we find the right place.
Next week is the same pretty much.
No, it's
Yeah,
different.
what I would love to do, did you all have a chance to ask, Sid what they're gonna be doing in 4K next week?
Something about being a mensch.
So that was today.
That was today.
Or,
Yeah, maybe we can catch them on their way out to ask what they're gonna do next week, because then I can actually like try to find some
Well, we
specific
did,
things.
we sang Mitzvah Boveres and stuff, although that's,
It's a little old for them.
it's
Yeah.
dance moves.
Do you know that there's somebody wrote like a nice English version of that same quote, the one mitzvah leads to another, but it's also got a lot of English words.
yeah.
I would do it with an older, there's other things too where you can do like really simple, like teaching them, it's not doing a mitzvah, but like, manners and things like that can connect to it. So like, there's a very accessible little kid song, Slichato Da'at B'Bakasha, which
Oh, yeah.
Slichato Da'at B'Bakasha are words that you should know. Slichato Da'at B'Bakasha, Slichato. So it's like, and it teaches those 3 words. It's not specifically about doing mitzvot, but it's,
Yeah, that's good.
you could draw a connection.
If there's
Yeah,
time,
we realized-
pop over and ask what they're.
When do we start our I'm still getting used to the schedule. When do we start? We start at 11:15.
We did realize that, the K through 2, we can add some more songs to that.
Oh, okay, great.
They're ready to move on and,
Add some more stuff. Gotcha.
yeah,
Very nice. We should talk about those.
I think they leave a little earlier at 12, so
Oh,
I think
yeah.
for now it's not a problem.
Let's field trip.
Okay.
'Cause I'm curious too.
Field trip to 4K.
Come on in. Please grab a book and fill in the front rows first. Front rows, please. Front rows. Not yet. Please fill in the front row first, please.
You can come in and grab some boys.
Second row. My flashlight, I did not know it was on. You are very helpful, thank you. Like, why? Thank you. I had a teacher who once said, early is on time. On time is late. Late is
Never did.
forgotten.
What? That doesn't make sense.
Early is on time. That makes sense, right?
No,
That makes sense.
that means that if you're early, therefore
That means
that's
that
now
we've missed the
time.
whole
So you
concept of
have to
time
get
and
even
My
earlier
teachers
than that.
hate when I'm
Because then
early
the
because
that's
for
the
recess.
correct time, and then you have to keep on
Oh,
going above that until
Same
you
for
have
me.
it can't get there any sooner.
You're a deep thinker. I do appreciate that. Early is on time. On time is late. Late is forgotten.
But you're technically on.
Don't be late.
Wait, so we're technically on time?
Yes, because you are early.
Technically, I've forgotten this one.
I love it.
My sister forgot to put on her shoes and walked out the door.
That happens. Les is back. Say
But
hi,
does it,
Les.
even with our nice leisurely walking pace, we still got here. Just the perfect amount of early. There was never a need to rush.
I don't know why.
But we'd be even more early if we rushed.
More early,
Excuse me,
more
friends.
unsafe.
Please grab a seat
Not a
on your
great
way in.
Yeah, it's good.
Welcome, friends, to Tefillah. As a reminder that our Tefillah today continues to be live streamed. So our friends who are not here today can watch. If you are not here on a Sunday morning, you can also watch our live stream. Another reminder, something that was new for our 6th graders, our 7th graders are used to it, new for our 6th graders, is that we are asking you to follow along with your funny first finger for some of the prayers. No matter where you are in your prayer acquisition, all of you in this room know letters. Some of you know all of them, some of you know some of them, and we would like you to follow along, and we know that will only strengthen your prayer acquisition, understanding and remembering and being able to recite the prayers if you follow along. So your teachers will continue and your madrachim will continue to watch you to follow along. We're also going to encourage you to follow along in Hebrew as much as possible with your Yeah, funny first finger.
Or as somebody once said, if you don't have a funny first finger, you have a serious first finger, that's okay too.
I like that one. So we begin our tefillah today on page 24 with Modeh Ani.
Modeh ani lefanecha, Elahai v'kayam, shehezarta nishmati b'chemla, b'chemla, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha, Modeh ani lefanecha, Melech chai v'kayam, shehezarta nishmati b'chemla, b'chemla, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha.
We continue together and thinking about this sacred time that we are developing as a sacred kihila. We welcome those who are post B'nai Mitzvah, post the age of 13, either or, to turn to page 26. If you would like to wear a talit, we invite you to do that. Again, if you're post B'nai Mitzvah or 13 or older.
We have extra talit just outside the back doors over there. Anybody who wants to wear one.
We'll
give
give
you
you-
actually a moment.
Everybody else should make sure that you are reciting this blessing with us. One day you may wear your own talit, and you should be aware and familiar with the
We'll
blessing.
give our friends a moment to do that so they can be situated.
Cantor, where did you get your talit?
So I actually made my talit. This is from a piece of cloth that I got when I was in Istanbul, in Turkey. And I liked it so much that I decided to turn it into a talit. And so I got these, I tied on the tzitzit myself. And so I've had this since I just finished my first year of studying to become a cantor.
Nice story.
Yeah. Baruch
Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu li'heitatef b'tzitzit. Now turn to page 36. Let's take a moment about these morning blessings, page 36 to 40. These are called our Nisim B'chol Yom, our daily miracles. Now, on your own, decide which one is speaking to you right now. Which one do you really want to focus on? Something that maybe has happened to you this previous week, this previous month, or maybe something you're going to focus on in the next few days. Please let us know. We'll take 3 suggestions, and you'll tell us the blessing, the miracle, on the right-hand side of the page. Again, pages 36 through 40. And we'll offer a little bit of a lesson on each, like a couple sentences. So I have one suggestion so far. We'll take a couple. So yes, Chloe.
Page 38, the gifts the most sweet. So for the gift of motion.
For the gift of motion, okay. So that is, if you were saying these blessings at home, that would be when you take your very first step away from your bed. The very, very first step you take, that, oh my gosh, I can move and move around, right? All right, so we'll say together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps.
Sadie. For waking.
For waking.
Awakening.
Awakening.
Beautiful.
So that is like the first time that you can tell it's a new day. Technically, it says here in the translation, gives the mind the ability. that's a little bit of creative translating. The word sechvi actually means rooster, who gives the rooster the ability to determine between day and night. Because what is, like in olden times, right, the way that you would be able to tell it's a new day, rooster would crow, right? So that's the idea. But of course, we wake up different ways. So maybe it's when your alarm goes off. Maybe it's when the sun hits your eyes. However it is, whatever that moment is when you first realize that it's a new day. So we'll say the blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night.
EJ.
40, which one? I couldn't hear, could you?
For being a Jew.
For being a Jew, all right. So on page 40, hold on. Gotcha. So yeah, and there's all of these blessings that start like she'asani, like who made me something, who made me something. It's really about starting to think about how we are going to be interacting with the world as we go out into the new day. And so this is the blessings. How does my Jewishness, right, going to affect how I'm going out into the world and being in the world today? So we'll say together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam,
Who's made me a Jew? Do we have time for one more, Cantor?
One more.
Okay. Ian.
Page 40, who has made me free.
Ooh, made me free, for being a free person.
Yeah, the idea that we have, our freedom should affect our choices, right? The fact that we are free people, we are free to make our own decisions, that's going to affect the kinds of choices that we make that day. And that actually is really important to think about. So we'll say the blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me free.
Beautiful. We invite you to rise for the Baruch Hu on page 58.
Okay. I can get to Baruch Hu. There we go. Capo 2. Lai 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 Adonai, Hamevorach.
Together.
Baruch Adonai, Hamevorach, Le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai, Hamevorach, Le'olam va'ed.
Page 64.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. We will continue to follow along with your fingers. Your teachers will be observing you, helping you out with the Ve'ahavta on page 66.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha Vehayu hadivarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam, b'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvlechtecha v'derech, uvshochbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha.
Please read with me on page 69. Life without integrity is like a loosely hanging threads, easily fraying from the main cloth. While in acts of piety we learn to understand that every instant is like a thread raveling out of eternity to form a delicate tassel. We must not cast off the threads, but weave them into the design of an eternal fabric. Each day points to eternity. The fate of all time depends on a single moment. Back to Lema'an Tizkaru on page 68. Follow along, please. It's in the middle of your page.
Lema'an tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Page 72 for Micha Mocha.
All you have to do is repeat after us. Micha Mocha Elim Adonai
Elim Adonai
Micha Mocha Adar Bakodesh
Adar Bakodesh
Torah Tehilo
Tehilo
Shira Hadasha Shipu Geuli Leshimcha Al Sifat Hayam Yachad Lam Hodu Vehimlichu ve'amru Adonai Imo Le'olam ha'ed.
Page 76 for Avot Ve'imachot, page 74 first for our tefillah.
And we will invite everybody to rise. Adonai sifatai tikachu fi agitehi hatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Now page 76 for Avot Ve'imachot. We still ask you to follow along in the Hebrew, and your teachers will help you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magin Avraham, Bezrat Sarah.
Page 78.
Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Umorid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Baal Gevurot, Umidon Melach, Melech Memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol.
We invite you for offering your own prayers of your own heart and words. We also invite you to perhaps remain standing while you are saying your own words. When you are finished, you may be seated as a sign that we've finished this portion of our service. But we also can offer pages 84 through 101 if you would like to use those prayers instead. Please continue with your own prayers as we begin our quiet time. Please continue with your own prayers as we begin our prayer for peace on page 100.
Shalom Roma, Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom,
Shalom Aleinu ve'al Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Yoshvei Tevel. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Bimromav. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Bimromav. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Oseh Shalom, translated, is, may the one who makes peace in the high heavens make peace for us, all Israel, and all who inhabit the earth. And we say, Amen. Now we just prayed for peace, peace for Israel and for the whole world. And now we can offer prayers to those individuals or even ourselves that need a little bit of healing, need a mishaberach. So we'll go around the room. When my eyes meet your eyes, you may say the name of someone that you're thinking of, and even yourself, if we all need healing. Healing of body, healing of mind, maybe even healing of spirit. If something feels a little down, I allow you to offer these any names at this time.
Meredith Pure last week.
Yeah, for my sister Kim. Page 371 for Misha Berach. 371.
171. Yeah, no worries. I'll give you all time. In the middle of the Torah service. Got it? All right. Yisheberach Avoteinu Mikor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Yisheberach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We now ask you to turn to page 586 for the Aleinu. Here at Temple Bethel, we recite the Aleinu at the top of the page, and I invite you to rise. Page 586.
Aleinu nishabeach la'adon hakol, la'tefillah liyotzeh breshit, shehu teshamayim v'yosed aretz, u'moshav yikaro, hashamayim b'ma'al, u'shechinat lo b'gofhei meromim, u'Eloheinu ein od, va'anachnu koreim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamachim hakadosh baruch hu.
You may be seated.
All right, and so friends, to close this out, I think I would love for us to go to page 643. We closed out our 6th grade Question the Clergy service with this yesterday, so hopefully our 6th grade friends can help us out a little bit here, at least all sing together. Oop, no capo. Remember that this idea that the whole world is a narrow bridge, that everybody in their life might have to cross a very narrow bridge, a time where things might feel really tight and squeezed and uncertain, but that the most important thing is not to give in to fear. Ha'olam kulo yesher tsar me'od, yesher tsar me'od, yesher tsar me'od, kol ha'olam kulo yesher tsar me'od, yesher tsar me'od. Ve'ha'ikar, ve'ha'ikar, lo lefachet, lo lefachet kal. Ve'ha'ikar, ve'ha'ikar, lo lefachet kal. Lai, 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 lai. Kol ha'olam kulo yesher tsar me'od, yesher tsar me'od, yesher tsar me'od. Kol ha'olam kulo yesher tsar me'od, yesher tsar me'od. Ve'ha'ikar, ve'ha'ikar, lo lefachet, lo lefachet kal. Ve'ha'ikar, ve'ha'ikar, lo lefachet kal. Lai, 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 lai.
It was a pleasure having tefillah, being with you at tefillah. We do welcome you to carefully and kindly put your sidurim away, and we will see you next week. Donovan, hold on.
That is a really good, probably, usually not usually right now.
Yeah, it's never happened. So twice in a row. Look at that.
It's hard to get them on there just right.
Yeah. It's just so funny because what are the odds?
Yeah. Well, mine, for me, it happens every once in a while. It's just hope guitar doesn't come crashing down.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, mine is so tight, it's like really, it's on there pretty good, but then sometimes I thought of somebody suggested cutting a little slot in it, it'll give it a little more room, but then if it gets big, it'll get too loose.
Yeah, that's not good either.
I don't know what the solution is on that.
Yeah. Just hope for the best, I guess. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
So that's still on.
Yeah, is it like the, what is it, there's like a, I know there's like hand motion sport, but is there also English with it too? Is it like a Poland title, something like that? I'll think about that with the rabbi too. We'll talk about that. It's a really interesting thought to bring that into service. We'll give that some thought, but we'll do the tune either way, no matter what. But yeah, I'll